Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can I ask everybody, please, to come this side and please take your seats? We are almost ready to get started. So if you can just please take to your seats so we can also start on time because we are streaming this session, will be streamed live. So we'd like to start at 1 o'clock exactly. Well, we've missed 1 o'clock, so we'll start as soon as we can. All right. Once again, a very good afternoon to you, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to VodaWorld, the home of Vodacom, who, of course, are the partners of these two great clubs that will be clashing in the 177th Soweto Derby. Lots of history spanning the better part of 5 decades, and so many memories. We're going to be living up to that because it doesn't matter what time, what year, what season, the Derby, the Soweto Derby remains the Soweto Derby. I want to just introduce you to my panelists that are up here on stage, the gentlemen that are up here on stage with me. Let me start with our host first, Mr. Andy Sansubani, who is Managing Executive for Brand and Marketing and Communications for Africa, for Vodacom. Thank you so much for having us. I think I shouldn't be welcoming you.
No, thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
Absolutely good to be here. And let me go to the far extreme there and welcome also Mr. Bertie Horba, who is the MD of Stadium Management South Africa. Good to have you with us as well. Good stuff. Have you got your mic there?
No. Hello,
you
hello,
don't?
hello.
Why didn't they give you a mic? We'll organize you a mic. All right, that's fine.
Maybe it's good at a press conference like this not to have the mic.
No, we want to hear what you have to say. So as I say, this is going to be ahead of another monster derby. There is no other type of derby. Just wanted to let you know, by the way, that to all members of the media who responded to the invitation online and you RSVP'd, we will have special surprise for you, and we'll be doing a draw a little bit later on for a brand new laptop that will go to one lucky member of the media, only on condition that you RSVP'd, and of course, only on condition that you are physically here today. So if your name is drawn and the person doesn't happen to be here, then I'm afraid that one will roll over. But let's get the ball rolling, and I'm gonna ask Mr. Ntsubani here to get us going here and say, special occasion, this one for you as the main partner for these two big clubs and association now that is into its third decade. This is quite something.
It's absolutely very special for us. I mean, we are always excited when it's the derby. We think that it's a magic moment in the history of South Africa on the calendar. But also, South Africa is going through a very difficult time at the moment. Load shedding, inflation, crime, all the rest of it. But football has a way of just for those 90 minutes galvanizing all of us, the emotional roller coaster, and really creating something magic and special, and creating, you know, lots of, the roller coaster of emotion is absolutely unbelievable. So we're really looking forward to the derby this weekend. And really wanted to welcome everybody here to the home ground of Chiefs and Pirates. You know, as a partner to these two fascinating clubs, these iconic clubs, it's really important for us to really galvanize and pull behind them, and to make sure that this weekend is extra special. And we've got a lot of exciting activities as well on the day this coming weekend for fans to make sure that they are really a part of the experience. And we're looking forward to just an exciting day on Saturday. So excited that everyone is here today and able to join us. And we certainly look forward to a great game on Saturday, but also to our partners, Chiefs and Pirates. You know, we're really excited about the partnership that we have, as you say, spanning over 2 decades. And it really is something really special. I mean, 2 iconic brands, Vodacom iconic brand, and 1 + 1 = 3. We're really excited about this.
Yeah. And I mean, it is quite a unique partnership in the world where you would have 2 clubs that are bitter rivals like that to share a headline partner such as Vodacom, that arrangement that you have with these 2 clubs. It's not something you will find in many places around the world.
It's very special, and special things happen on this beautiful continent. So we're very proud of that, and we do say that it is a first. And we've had a great relationship, wonderful partnership that's benefited all of us, which I think is truly special. So we look forward to an ongoing relationship with the 2 clubs.
Ms. Holbrook, I'm going to come to you in a bit as well, because it's a big day. You, in as much as this is the home ground for Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs, you are the home ground for Kaizer Chiefs, and you're the big host. It's a big day for you on Saturday as well. I want to take, I know there's quite a bit that you want to get through to, but let's build up excitement a little bit about for this game. We've got 2 veterans of the Soweto Derby, 2 club legends of both Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. Mr. Spiwe Mkonza is with us, and Mr. Manenjere, Phumudzo Manenje, both who have had their share of derby tussles. So, gentlemen, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being with us here, and for looking ahead to this game that is so special. Yeah. I think for you, particularly, Spiwe, you were born into the derby, you know. Yeah. So just talk to me about what this derby means for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Tabi. So, derby game is special in a sense that it started with a talk with my dad. He told me the importance of this match. Now I understand that before I signed with Chiefs, I understood the dynamics of playing for Kaizer Chiefs before we even talk about a derby. So I've got a special connection when it comes to this club. And the phase that we are going through as Kaizer Chiefs, it shouldn't fool a lot of people. It's a phase that's going to turn at any given time. Yes, when you're building phase, you're expected to come out this way. But I think it derby, I remember my chairman, Mr. Kaizer Mtaung, said, you can do everything, but when it comes to derby, hey, Baba, you must make sure. The time when I was scoring an own goal, it derby, you young signed a 3-year contract because I gave the best performance. And when they called me to the office, they said, Endot, sign a 3-year contract for the performance in the derby. Derby is so special. It's a big occasion. It's a big event. And for any player, if you want to stabilize your position, this is the game. It derby.
It is. It can make or break a career, you know, in so many ways. Phumuzo Manenje, what is it, this occasion, what kind of emotions does it conjure up for you here?
Afternoon to you, Titi, and also to the members of the media, some of the current players that are here. First thing, you've got a bug there on your. Gloomy,
Bag ya mampela.
something la.
Mampela le bag.
Titi, you have something here on your
Hey,
left
mampela.
side of the jacket. Ingakulimaza le nto.
Ungafaki le load shading. Khona le load shading ungayifaki.
No, Mara,
Right lapho.
it's better because your colors are okay. I'll forgive you because of the white shirt and the black jacket.
Okay.
I'll forgive you for the bag. The Soweto Derby, I think I have gone through all the phases in terms of representing Orlando Pirates. I say all the phases because when I got to Orlando Pirates, I was at the age of 14, 15. Coming from the rural areas of Limpopo, Venda to be specific, you get selected to come to the development of Orlando Pirates, and you're thinking, is this where my life is going to change? Is this where I'm going to be able to change the situation at home, you know? And as black people or African people, we know that football can change your life. And you get promoted to get to the under-19s. You get to play in the reserve league. Then the lights, the tunnel, there's starting to be a light at the end of the tunnel. You eventually get promoted to the first team. I'm sure Ushabalala. I'm sure the first game yakhe, when he just saw his name on the substitution sheet, it was enough. You get to a point where you are just happy to be on the subs list. When you see yourself on TV, ukuti ekhaya bakufonele and say, hey, we saw our son name on TV. That is the first step. Then you want an opportunity to then play. When you get the opportunity to play, that's when you get all the fundamentals that you learn in the development side, of these two magnificent teams. Then comes the notion of, don't worry about that surname that they were phoning you to say we saw it on TV. Now it's about the brand in front of the jersey. To say, if you represent that brand in front of the jersey very well, then your name will be remembered. And that's what the platform that you get from representing these two magnificent teams. My first derby, I was super hungry.
Was that out of choice or what was the deal there?
Ovalo.
Rika unobengekho.
Tukile.
Hey, Mamela, kuba kune buffet lapha. It was buffet the night before. It was buffet in the morning. The night before, then I thought, no man, maybe le McDonald's engigawulile before ngiye camping. Fine, ngizozibona ekuseni. Ekuseni is still nothing, Titi.
No appetite.
Appetite is there.
But it won't go down.
Listen, Titi, the well wishes that you get from your family, from the supporters, from people that you know, they don't know that also create pressure. Don't let us down, boy. It's a big day tomorrow. They are wishing you well, but bakufakeli pressure, man. Then you still have to remember the instructions of the coaches, the excitement of wanting to represent yourself. So for me, the derby reminds me of all those situations. But at the end of the 90 minutes, you know that it's either you made a name for yourself, or you need to pick yourself up. And that is what the Soweto derby does.
You know, the week before the derby, I think having spoken to so many former players that have featured in the derby, it's just like they just avoid being on the streets as much as they can, you know, because, you know, the same pressure that Phumuzo speaks of that comes from your family and friends, you're going to get that from the fans as well, because this is the one game that I think, especially with the Chiefs and Pirates fans, they can lose every other game, not that one.
Definitely, Tabiso, but also must understand the history behind the derby and the history behind the teams. And I spoke about the emotional dynamics. That is why when you lose a derby, you can lose the matches before the derby. But and I like to remind Phumuzo ngama Angiyamazi uthanda ama-stats kakhulu. Ama-stats derby leading up to this derby. Chiefs have dominated, but they were coming in as the underdogs. So good derby, it's completely a different. It's not about the form. It's not about the stats. It's about application in terms of the mental application from the players. But also we must understand the emotional dynamics that comes with the derby. I'm a fans was bicycle and babafuna ukuzwa lutho when it comes to derbies. So uphumuzo ngiyamuzwa ukhuluma yonke into emnandi, but ngiyamuzwa ukuthi from the heart to support i-Chiefs fanele simnikele ijezi leli.
Mina nginibonile. Why afake i-black ngaphansi?
Is there a story there?
Khuleka, into ya weekend.
Mamela, mina ngifuna ukusho nje Kaizer ufaka i-black kanje ngaphansi ne? Yeah, phela you must know ukuthi the great the legend ushintsha Guluva. Doctor also comes from there.
Yeah.
So I blame you, boy. I blame me. Younger brother yethu wena. I-black usayifakile.
Mina
Wena
anti
ngaphakathi you know mamela ngaphakathi
10 times anti
ngaphakathi ne
mina
uyilo
wena ufe bithi ngiyakwazi that's why une stress nje.
It's good to see that the game has already started here. The tussle is already on. I'm wondering for somebody like you, Adesanya, I suppose you're going to try and convince us that, no, as the partner here, you're perfectly neutral when it comes to...
Can't you see the color here?
Yeah, it's blue.
Neutral. Neutral.
Yeah, very technically, yeah, because you have to separate your emotions, because I think every South African, even those that don't support Chiefs or Pirates, on this particular day, pick a side somehow.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really big. And for us, it's also about the fans, right? We're also wanting to tap into the fan bases of these two clubs and really make sure that our propositions and our passion points that we tap into is really delivered. So that's what's important to us. And we try not to take sides. So that's really important for us to really maintain that sense of objectivity. But our support must also be equal to each of the teams, which is great.
100%. All right. Let's come to you, Mr. Grobler there. Big occasion always is when the derby comes along. I wonder how many gray hairs you add just over that weekend in preparation for this game. Just talk to us about this time around, what your plans are. I mean, transportation and access to the venue, always a big thing. Just talk to us about some of the messages that you need to get across.
I'm past the grey hair stage now. I'm at the losing hair stage. So that's the amount of worries and positive energy that's spent on a derby. Obviously a very big occasion. After the intro of Julia Stewart yesterday in Cape Town, I immediately got a couple of calls from people on this floor saying, you had the Imagine Dragons concert 2 weeks ago, will the pitch be ready? That is the first logistical nightmare we had to deal with. And I suppose the proof will be in the pudding on Monday or on Sunday in the papers and on Saturday on TV with the commentators. But I'm confident that we did a lot of planning with the event organizer. The SMSA and service groundsman and team did a lot of work, and I'm really confident that the pitch will be in tip-top shape and in tip-top condition. We unfortunately had to remove the pitch in December. Had a lot of rainfall that contributed to a bit of a mess in the beginning of January, but we had to go through that process to get it ready after a stage built and 8,000 people on the pitch. That's the first one that I'm confident we'll be able to tick. At press conferences of this nature, I always, and you can recite what I'm saying, please arrive early, there's going to be traffic. This time around we said fake tickets. We know we're going to have it, so I'm not going to hammer on that and jump on that hobby horse. It's how we're going to deal with it now. So we've changed our ticketing service provider and our ticketing structure and the verification system on event day. So there's systems in place to deal with the verification of tickets. And if you've got a fake ticket, you're going to be removed. It's going to be verified at a certain spot. And if it's found to be fake, you're going to be removed from the precinct. We also decided to make use of technology in this whole process. So we've installed 24 cameras around the precinct area to the search points and access gates. inclusive of 4 LPR cameras, license plate recognition cameras. The VOC has, the venue operating center, the heartbeat of the event, has got about 20 additional TV screens in it, where we're going to use technology to monitor this. Otherwise, we're going to lose this battle. I must compliment POPs and SAPs with their cooperation with a redeployment structure to deal with these issues. And I personally feel the focus should move away from the criminals and those people making it impossible for us to host a good and enjoyable event. Our focus should be on those 90% coming to the event to enjoy it and to ensure that they have an enjoyable afternoon. The other issue always, traffic. Getting into the venue, getting out of the venue. One must accept there's 4 main arteries. You're looking to get 30 to 40,000 vehicles into the precinct. There's going to be congestion if you arrive late. Arrive the hour, 40 minutes before the event. But again there, we decided, what can we do to assist JMPD? So this time around, we've got 40 volunteers deployed at the outer road closures. To assist JMPD, they are merely going to deal with the tickets, to see that you've got a VAP to get into past this road closure, to allow JMPD to do their actual work, that is traffic management, and not to deal with ticketing. So there's a lot of a thought process into a updated logistical planning from an event perspective that I am of the opinion will improve the event experience on Saturday. So we're looking forward to getting people into the venue to have a most enjoyable Saturday afternoon.
And how early would you be welcoming people in? When will you be opening the gates and that sort of thing?
Gates will open at 11:30, and I'm sure the club will speak about that. There's a lot of entertainment with DSTV, the club, and the PSL. So come and enjoy. There's food courts, there's beer gardens. So come and enjoy an afternoon of excellent football. I must also mention we introduced a family stand about a month ago with the last game at the stadium. Now that is a smoke-free, drink-free area, a dedicated bathrooms, dedicated access, dedicated parking for families with children. We came to realize there's a huge need amongst the fans to have that as a family experience. So you can purchase a family package from 4 to 2 people, and you can add on as well. And there's been already, as we sit here, 200 tickets sold, 200 packages sold in that area.
All right. Right, you might have been noticed there in the screen behind you, that unity in action. I want to come to the 2 gentlemen here again to look forward to the game itself this Saturday. But before we do that, I want you to watch the screens and get a sense of what this unity in action is all about.
We the pride of Soweto, the heart of Pefeni,
The Pefeni Gamma Boys.
the strength of Amakhosi, the voice that shakes the stand,
Amakhosi Kakwano.
the timing and deadly precision, the passion that fuels the unity, the hope that unites us, and our ambitions that drive us. We are united in action. We are Kaizer
Parola
Chiefs.
Jalo, Sirwano Amakhosi.
There you go. That is the Kaizer Chiefs United in action. They are the home side for this particular match. 4 derby wins in a row, Spiro Mkwanza. Will it be 5 wins in a row come Saturday?
The whole day.
Mamel,
The whole
oh,
day.
Mamel,
The whole day.
Mamel, before Pendula, uperti show something important la. No, Mamel. Uperti uti uchani. Right. So Tina, as the visitors, see happy. Angithi Tina asinaye uKeleb esimshayayo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, siyalthunga ngithi siyalthunga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asil
Mara ulibukela kahle ibhola.
No mamela, siyalithunga thina.
Mara ulibukela kahle ibhola.
Eh?
Ulibukela kahle ibhola.
Mamela, ayikho la.
Wena ushawe load shedding. Uyawina manje uthasana nabantu.
Load
But
shedding yenzani?
Stage 13 ikusebenzela ukushisa.
It's 13.
Yeah.
Ikuphi enaturena?
Wena into okuthi ukhuluma ngani ubhizi wena nje ground nengcolisa ijezi.
Hey mamela, thina siyalithunga ke mamela. And then mamela ubuyile uKeleb ungalishaya boy. Bazodlala from the second.
Tina relax out yami sahlanganisa sahlanganisa ipuzzle. But let me educate you ngekhe.
Sathunga.
Awusathunga wena?
Yeah?
Wena usathunga wena?
Mama uthe
There was a time ungakhona nokora second half. Kuthi unenkinga.
yeah.
Uyayikhumbula le situation?
No, mamela.
Because awumnandanga, ushukela ukho.
Okay, mamela. Uthi manje sofike sofaka amafastere or kule rebuilding. Sofaka
Yeah,
amafastere.
siyasondela ku roof, because
Wasondela ku roof.
thina
Ungenane imali yamafastere so ne roof
thina
kanjani?
ukhuluma ngemali kithi? Hayi makancane nto.
No mamela, why ungakafaka amafastere?
Yabona thina sifaka ama-solar wena
All
isi-load
right,
shedding
let's
isakushaya.
enough of this construction business here. Let's talk football for a second, shall we? As I said, got five. I mean, as I said,
Yeah.
the chance here to make it 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Coming into this one, I mean, everybody always says form means nothing
Yeah.
coming into the derby. Does that still apply?
Yeah, true, Tabiso. Form doesn't count because if I said when we started, if we go back and look at the last 4 or 5 derbies, Chiefs were underdog, but they were able to get this maximum result. And I want to educate to promote 2 pillars at Kaizer Chiefs. One, being just a good player at Kaizer Chiefs is not enough. You need to have personality and character to be in that part of the setup. 2, for any team efana ne-Kaizer Chiefs, you need to be able to reach the highest principles of getting quality results and performance. And if you don't deliver that, you're not supposed to be part of Kaizer Chiefs. That is why most players have failed Kaizer Chiefs. That is why some people, quality team that you played for, but when you get to Kaizer Chiefs, you ask yourself as if you don't know football. But it's because of the pressure that comes bring for that brand, because it's a responsibility and it demands you to be consistent. Application has to be consistent at all given time. So, lama stats tina swabali pratabiso, siqedile ngawo savalithende, focusing on the next match on Saturday. Bakhona baba bathukile. So deal ngabo Saturday.
All right. So where's it going to be? Where's the difference going to be, Maninja? Is it going to be a case of having to watch out for those long shots from like the halfway line and that kind of stuff, or what's going to be at play this time?
BMT. I think when you talk about BMT, it's players with big match temperament. I would like to think that Jose Rivero is happy to have one of his star players. I think at Orlando Pirates, we feel like we made a big signing by welcoming Logistical. It has been 5 months that he has been out. It feels like it's a new player for us. On his first game, then he announces himself to say, "I'm back now." He comes back with a goal.
All-star.
He comes back with a secondary assist, and bayamazi lapha eNaturena.
All-star.
No, Mamela.
I see all-star.
Mamela, bayamazi lapha
I see
eNaturena.
all-star.
So I problem ukuthi if kuukuthi kuno lodge, kuukuthi kuno Saleng, and funeka nje umuntu lapha phambili ozocedelela. So you've got those 2 players that you have to deal with. You have a Miguel team that plays like inyawo zakhe zingaphakathi kwekhula box. Cool, calm and collected. Le Antwana leya ungathi kune cooler bag idlala ngaphakathi kwekhula bag. And I think that's where the difference is going to be in this game. Yeah, uyeza lo mfana lo ushabalala yena. Une problem ya unesididinyana mamela unesididinyana mara ikhona out to lapha emidlini, but I'm just saying Lodge is a game winner, Saleng is a game winner. Saleng should be discussed in the top 5 players this season. 9 goals, 4 assists. He should be discussed in the top 5 players in the PSL this season.
But where was he in the last derby?
In there?
last derby.
Where was he?
No, mamela angithi thina in the last derby ne sibasithe boy sifuna usilandele iMTN 8 ne ungabhayizisi kakhulu. Uqeda ukushaya Sundowns, mamela ungajumpisi. Sifuna uyolanda something.
I just spoke about the derby. You can ungavuta against ama team amancane. Derby is completely
different
different ball
story.
game. Saleng before that derby,
Yeah.
he played 2 games against Sundowns, quality games. But good derby, we are going to Jozi.
Mamela, Titi,
Right.
to answer that one, sathi kulabo mama laba abasebenza lapha eklabini. Sathi kubo no ama-feather duster waphuma ama-feather duster usaleng samthume Durban. Wabuya nayo ikopi. Sinekopi thina sibekile ngosaleng.
Isho ukuthini lonto?
Sibekile ikopi thina. Ikhona ikopi esibekile.
Nahlafuna
All right.
ibhubezela izifele.
Well, there you go, guy. You can hear that this is intense already. I mean, it's already started here. And if that is anything to go by, we are in for one hell of a match. All right. Just before I let you guys go, I want to do this prize giveaway, as I mentioned. Not this one. Okay. All right. Unlike you I got a name before, but
Who
apparently
audits
that was the
the
wrong one.
auditors here?
Eh?
Who audits the auditors here?
Who audits the auditors? Remember, I did say that the winner has to be here. You have to be present here. You can't have somebody take it for you. So inside that box is a laptop. And the winner of this laptop is Nicele.
Yeah,
And he appropriately is wearing a red jersey as well,
he
red
is
shirt.
indeed. He is indeed. Yeah, please. I think just as he comes up, I just want to pay a special word of gratitude to members of the media. You are a very important stakeholder, and certainly as Vodacom, we always support the media and journalism as a general statement. And it's important to tell the story of what's happening in football, and we really want to appreciate you. Sometimes it can feel like a thankless job, but we see you and we thank you for the good work that you do.
Congratulations, Ndosi. You must keep it. You must keep it. All right. That just, you're right. That takes care of the first part of our briefing here this morning. I want to say thank you very much to the Managing Executive of Brand Marketing and Communications, Vodacom Africa. Thank you so much for being with us. And to Mr. Betty Grobler, thank you as well. Wish you all the best. It's not just the teams that need well wishes for Saturday, but also you and your team at Stadium Management South Africa. And of course, our 2 legends, and these guys should consider taking their show on the road, eh? These proper clouds. Spiwe Mkwanza, and the bold and the beautiful.
Ati ufuna ukunika members of the media i-prediction nge-speed.
Okay.
Wanna go there?
No, batshele nge-speed.
Chiefs 2, Pirates 0.
Huh? Mfethu lento ikhulume lapha ekantini manje sewishintshile.
Khuluma nawe enkantini.
Mfethu.
Tatamasha.
Mfethu. Yazi ekantini athini kimi? Athi mara maybe singathola ipenalty ukhele bashaye. Mamela akusho kanjalo. Mina ngithi kuye awungawari. Usaleng obvious uzokora, uLotshe ukhona uzokora. Athi mara at least ipenalty e1 ukhele buzoshaya. Mfethu.
Please show your appreciation for Pumuzo Madenje and Spiwe Mkwanza. Okay, so that was then, as the gentlemen make way, that was then. In a moment, we'll look at those who will be making things happen this time around. We'll talk to those that will be featuring in the 177th Soweto Derby. Just a little something to whet your appetite.
Well, the biggest sporting spectacle in South Africa is the Soweto Derby.
Derby is always a good game for us. Guys are playing for the pride.
Derby is always a derby. It's very interesting. We are not here for being taken for granted.
The pitch. Now Mark's going for glory. Has he got it? That's magnificent. That is magnificent. Yusuf March from his own half has scored the most extraordinary goal.
Goal! And now finally, Dupree applies the finishing touch. Kaizer Chiefs.
Orlando Pirates in this game.
All right. I want to invite to come and join us up front here as well. From Orlando Pirates, Ndumiso Mabena. Is Ndumiso Mabena with us? I saw Makehleni Makhaula. If I can ask you two gentlemen to come and join us up front here. Let's give him a big hand, welcome. All right, so there you go. We've spoken to those that were involved in the derbies of old, the derbies of the past. Now, as you can see, we're joined by 4 current players. Let us start with them in order of derby seniority. Those, the one who's featured in the most derbies of the ones that are sitting here. 27, a veteran of 27 derbies, Itumele Nkune. And the rookie, still really yet to make his name. Certainly one for the future. Mdu Shabalala is here. And then a man who has done it before, won the T-shirt, left and came back and is wearing the shirt again, back in the colors of the Buccaneers. He's going to be making his second debut in the Soweto Derby if he gets on the field. Ndumiso Mabena, and of course, from a Pirates point of view, a Derby rookie as well. And it didn't take long for his first Derby as a Pirates player to come along, and that's Makehleni Makhaula. Welcome. Good to have you. Let's start with you, Itu, as someone who's been there, done it over and over again. Over the years, does it get any easier to play in these games?
Good afternoon, everyone. It was never easy. As we all know, like derby, it's a must-win for any team, and for any player who walks on the park. Obviously, he has friends outside Kaizer Chiefs as a club. So obviously, we will talk prior to the derby. And like I can take you back to the days of the competition between myself and the late Senzo Meiwa. May his soul rest in peace. We would meet at national team, and we would plan and say, hey, let's go give our fans something to smile about. But you must know that we are going to win as Kaizer Chiefs, and you are going to concede as Senzo. And he would say the same thing to me. So it has always been a great platform for us as goalkeepers to showcase our talent, and obviously to win the game and have the bragging rights. But it's been a great journey for me, having featured in 27 derbies. But again, it's more important for the club to win the derby and for our fans to have the bragging rights. So we're going into this match with our minds that we are going to win and make it 5 in a row.
Yeah. Ndumiso, if I can come to you as well as somebody who has already played in the... Have you got a mic there, by the way? Can you just check if there's a mic, pass it on there? You've played in the Soweto Derby before, Ndumiso, when you first came to Orlando Pirates. You've been gone for quite some time now from the club. You're back again. Does it feel like you're already familiar, in familiar surroundings again? Is it still that same vibe?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, look, I think it's still the same. To me, it's still the same. Having said that, it's because of how they welcomed me back from the previous team. But yeah, Soweto Derby is a Soweto Derby. You know, there's a lot at stake, playing for pride for the fans and also for the Orlando Pirates family. Yeah, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. There was a lot of games that we played in the past years. And yeah, you know, when you cross the white line, there's a lot at stake. 90,000 capacity, and all the focus is for the players to do their best and get the maximum points for their team and come out of the pitch as victorious. So, yeah, the coming Saturday game, I think it's going to be very difficult for us. Having said that, we know that the results have been coming for us, and especially knowing that what has happened the past weekend with us getting the victory and our rivals, you know, going down 3-2. So, yeah, we just ready, and we're hoping that we come out of the pitch with the 3 points. And
will it feel different for you because you've already? I mean, I wonder, will it feel like I've done it before, or will it feel like a first time again?
Yeah, no, a derby is a derby, as I said before. So it will always be a derby. So it's just like my first derby, because I know that there's a lot at stake. You know, it has started. I think it started last week. It's only our mindset that have to function as players to give it our all on Saturday and come out as victors.
How much of the responsibility do you carry now to prepare youngsters like Bomdu for a game like this? I mean, you know, and what this game means. How much of that responsibility, because you now play more than just a role as a player, you are almost like a part of a technical team yourself. Yeah.
You want me to retire now? Yeah, no. As a captain of the club, I have a huge responsibility on my shoulder, but at least I have a good supporting structure, which is the captain's committee. We've got players who have played in the derby before, and Matoho especially. He helps me a lot because I cannot make any decisions without engaging with the committee. So it's very important that Matoho and other older players like Abohlanti, Yusuf Mart, former captain of his previous club, we sit down, we talk, and we have our small little meetings as players before we have meetings with the coaches. And, you know, we can just open up to one another. And it has shown in our recent results that we also have the responsibility of talking amongst ourselves. And when we go to the coaches and give them feedback, they are able to tell us, because we have team structure and then the club structure. And it's important that they collaborate. But again, for us as players, we have our own little meetings on the side. And we encourage the young ones, because as a senior member of the team and who's been at the club forever, I've even lost count. I think the guys coming from outside, they already know who to go to when they come to the club. And I know it's my responsibility to share the history of the club with them. And they know what to expect and what to do when the situation arises.
Let's talk to you then. It's a big one. I wonder when you started thinking about it, because one thing about players will always tell you, Chiefs and Pirates players, that when the fixture list comes out, the first fixture they look out for is the first Soweto derby. When did you start thinking about it? Have you even started thinking about it, or are you too focused on what you've been doing coming up to this game?
Good afternoon to everyone. To be quite honest, I've been thinking about it since from last week, because I knew I've been doing so well and the team has been doing so well. Just need to grind and focus on the game, not the occasion. But the most important thing is to enjoy and focus on ourselves, because we've been doing very well. It's just that we're not getting the results that we want. But for me, I think it's a great opportunity, as I am young, as I am, to keep the same focus and the same consistency and take it to the game.
How old were you when you played your first derby?
I think
Do you still
21.
remember? You're 21.
I
You're
think
still a
so.
teenager. Is going to play his first derby as a teenager. That is quite an achievement in itself. I mean, does that put? Do you feel like that? Is there less pressure because we're not I'm in the group more? So, or are you feeling a bit more nervous because you've got the least amount of experience in these games?
To be quite honest, I'm not going to grounding. Sonke siyafana.
Yeah.
And we are playing for Kaizer Chiefs sonke. So when you go into that field, you must know that you're not playing for yourself, but you're playing for the institution, and you are playing for everyone who came in numbers there. And you just have to play your normal game and do your best and try to get the results for the team, because it's not all about us, but it's about the team and the people who came in numbers. So yeah, akunakuthi hayi umntwana or meluye.
Yeah, let's go with it. Nicely said.
And
Nicely
Brakiti,
said.
there's something very important that Du just said. I think people are judging us based on yesterday's results. And I mean, since after coming from our 3 losses, we played very well. And this season, we have a new squad, we have a new head coach, and we haven't done that badly. And I think we need to be given credit that the new players have managed to fit in. And now we've gone 3 games with 3 clean sheets. 1 league, we won against AM. We drew against TS, and we won against Maritzburg. So yesterday's results cannot make us a bad team in one day. So we are a great team. We believe in ourselves. We believe in every member of the team. And we just urge our supporters to rally behind the team. And things will go back to normal, because we've been given nicknames before saying we are playing helicopter football. But this season, things have changed. And we are happy that as players, we managed to change that mindset. And no one is talking about that anymore. Everyone is talking about us playing good football, playing good brand of football, like the Kaizer Chiefs, they all know. So we will continue doing that. We won't let anything from outside to come and destabilize us as a team.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks so much. Let's go speak to Makahleli there as well. You just recently signed for the club. It didn't take long for your Soweto derby to come along, for your first Soweto derby. How are you feeling ahead of that one? And also, listen, you're no rookie in the game. You've been around, you know. And I wonder whether that's something that's an advantage for you, because you are not going to be overwhelmed by the occasion.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, it's really a great feeling for me to go and play for my Soweto derby. I've always watched it on TV, so I've been playing in the PSL for quite some time, and I really wanted to play the Soweto derby. I think this is my chance to play my first Soweto derby, and I hope to do one.
You say you always wanted to play in the Soweto derby. I'm wondering whether you always knew which team you were going to play for in the Soweto derby, because who have been associated with the team in gold. I
say Nafel.
Yeah.
I think Ben Motswari.
Yeah, and Ace as well.
Opa Manyisa.
Yeah.
Even the legend Donald Eskuse also played for Pirates. I played for both. So I've always loved the Orlando Pirates Football Club.
And what has been the vibe? I mean, obviously, since after Friday's result, attention now turns to Saturday's Soweto derby. What have the guys been saying to you about playing in this game? I mean, is it something that they're talking about a lot, or just focus on what the job that needs to be done, trading at that time?
No, it's obviously we do focus on our next game. The past game is gone, so it's another clash, and it's a big one. So we need to focus on that one.
And Dumiso, not the head coach, I think, will be serving his second match out, not on the bench. Is that a big issue as well, at all? The fact that the coach, Rivera, won't be on the bench, is that an issue?
No, I don't think it's a big issue for us. We've played the past game with him not being there, but we managed to get the victory, which is a moral boost for us as a team going to the Saturday's match, which is the Soweto derby. So yeah, nothing has changed. We've been training the same and preparing the same way as we were preparing for the past games. So there's no major issue about it. We are all good.
I mentioned the 27 derbies that you've played in. Is there one that sticks out for you? I would imagine the first one will always be, will always be there. Other than that?
No, there's a lot of great ones, but that one takes the cup. My very first one in Durban.
Right.
Because every time we play at Moses Mabhida, I always tell the guys on the bus that this is where I made my first debut. I mean, and I won. We won. Oh, I made my debut there, and I played my first derby there at Kings Park Stadium.
Wow.
So the first one takes a cup.
Right. And playing now for you is a bit of looking ahead to Saturday's game, and Itu has already spoken about what happened over the weekend and the results over the weekend. People think, can read into that and think that maybe that might play with your mindset. It could also be a big motivation to say we need to put things right.
Yeah.
How do you view it?
Obviously, yesterday's game is gone. We have to forget about it and focus on the big one that's coming. And I think we can change everything, and the big one can change everything. So we just have to focus on ourselves and play our football.
That's sometimes it's easier said than done. When you spoke about those 98,000 fans that will be inside of that stadium. Once you're hit with that, like if you think back to your first in Dumiso, what comes to mind? Like you walk out of a tunnel and you see that crowd in there.
Yeah, as I said before, there's a lot at stake. We not only play for ourselves, but for the fans as well. Personal emotions, the goosebumps always comes out. You always feel the goosebumps, and then, but going to the game, if you've got that confidence, or that you must do what you've done in training, during the training, preparing for the big game, and follow the coach's instruction. I think that makes it easy for one to calm himself down, and then play his normal football, and then try by all means to get the positive result for the team, with contributing even your individual brilliance as well, your individual skills. So you just have to go there, enjoy yourself, and make sure you come out there with a smiling face.
Absolutely. All right, let me just mention that we will be giving an opportunity. There will be an opportunity for one-on-ones once we are done. But I want to open up the floor now to give an opportunity to you members of the media. If you would like to pose the question to any of the four gentlemen here, you can do so. We do also have the Kaizer Chiefs Sporting Director, Kaizer Mdaung, is with us. Mdaung Jr., I must add, just to get it right. So he is here with us, and just with a show of hands, and just introduce yourself and put your question to any of the four gentlemen up here on stage. Any takers? Oh, there we go. Please, do we have a mic there?
Colin Hans, Josie FM. Itu, this one comes straight to you.
I don't have a mic.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. one thing that truly baffles me with today's games is that the philosophy that you're always good as the last game. Is this still a principle in football? Where you carry this motion that, you know what, you are as good as your last game as a team. Then you find that coming forward, different ball game altogether. Doesn't that impact on the emotions of players?
To be quite honest, it doesn't. I think Spiwam Konza said something very important. We won our last 4 derbies, and we came into those derbies as underdogs. But the match was played during the 90 minutes, and we became victorious. So how are we going to prepare during the week, and how we're going to execute on the day of the match? That's what will bring you the positive results. So what has happened in the past, it has nothing to do on what will happen on the day of the game. So it doesn't play in any of our minds. So how we going to start preparing, it's what's going to happen come Saturday.
Okay, there's another question on this side, on my left. All right. Ndumiso, ikhona into i-underdog uDabi?
Hayi mina ngiyazi.
In general, I'm not even talking about this one, but in general, can you actually ever say that there's an underdog going into a derby?
No, as Itu alluded, you know, when you don't get positive results and you go into the derby, the people always intend to say it is underdogs or whatever. But as I said, Soweto derby is different than any other matches. So it's only the 90 minutes that will determine the results and who will go home smiling and who will go home sad. You know, unless otherwise it's a lovely draw, as they always say.
Lovely. Please, no more. I mean, we had 54 draws between Chiefs and Pirates in the Soweto derby. I think Reshapo got the draw. Go for it.
Thank you. It's Karabo from Supersport. Kuna, this one is to you. I'm a bit maybe worried or concerned in regards to what you said, that you've won 2 games and drawn 1 over the last couple of games, but bar the one yesterday. And of course, you know, you guys should be just on current results because Kaizer Chiefs is a massive club. Are you speaking based on emotions, saying please don't judge us on what has happened yesterday, but over, you know, the past 3 or 4 games? Because for me, it's a bit concerning because this is a big club. A lot of results and positive results are expected from you.
Yeah, no. Like I said, coming from the 3 losses that we've suffered and having gone 3 matches without a loss and having to lose yesterday, it has nothing to do with the massive club that we are all representing. We all know when we are signing for Kaizer Chiefs, what we are putting ourselves into as players. And Kaizer Chiefs is the most successful club in South Africa, and we all know that. And Kaizer Chiefs is a team that is known of winning trophies every season. We've accepted as players that we've disappointed our fans, we've disappointed our chairman, we've disappointed everyone who's been supporting the club. For the past 7 years, we haven't won a silverware. And we feel bad to be representing the club. And me, having been here for so long, and I'm not used to that as well. Since I got promoted in 2004, I've been winning trophies. And the fact that for the past 7 years I haven't been winning, I feel like I don't belong to the badge. I don't belong to the club because Kaizer Chiefs, it's not the club that goes matches without winning any. And again, I don't know how to put it, but you'll understand me. Every player that comes and signs for Kaizer Chiefs, he knows his roles and responsibility. As a goalkeeper, you are clean sheet driven. As a striker, you have to break records in the league. If you have to go back to the history, every season when there's PSL awards, you will find Kaizer Chiefs player there. When there's Bafana call-up, you will find more than 5 players there. It hasn't happened, and that's not the standard of Kaizer Chiefs. So we need to pull up our socks as players and change the situation. We can't accept what has been happening in the past 7 years, and it needs to change. And it starts with us as players. We are responsible for what is happening now. So we have to change our mindset and change our approach on how we do things and take this club back to where it belongs.
And of course, adding on to what Ito is saying, if I can come to you, Kaizer, this obviously puts pressure on you as management as well. They expect you to, they look to you when things are not going right to make the calls or that are supposedly going to turn things around. There's always pressure heaped on the coaches, and this time around it's no different. What do you say in a situation such as this to the fans that are hungry for success?
Good afternoon, TT. Good afternoon to the members of the media. Sorry, must I?
Okay, please maybe come up here so they can get you on camera. Yeah.
Sure. You sure you want to see me? Okay. If I can, I think, what do you say at a time like this? You know, I think as management, whether we have, from the board of directors, our chairman, going down to the rest of the management, it's about creating the right environment for the players to thrive. Bringing the right players, having the proper infrastructure, making the right decisions. At the end of the day, Itu said something very important. Right now, as we stand right now, we have a young team, a new team, and the results are only going to change on Saturday or the week after from the players who are on the pitch. That's the situation we find ourselves in right now. From our side, it's about planning adequately for the immediate future and making sure that we make the right decisions that will enhance our environment. But at the same time, we do ask for some calmness and support from the Amakhosi faithful. It's difficult. None of us are happy with our position in the league. We have begun to play a brand of football that our fans can identify with, but it's got to come with results. We're not under any illusions. It's a fact, and we are going to be judged and held accountable if we don't deliver that there. So we ask for support for the players. A derby's coming up, and we're looking at these young, promising faces who are going to go out and give everything they can to make sure that the supporters smile, that the supporters are proud and have pride in what they see on the pitch. So it is tough like this right now, and it's at times when things are tough, when you start to see the real character of people, when you start to see the real character of the individual, and we only ask for support from the fans. We also ask for some support to the technical staff, to the players. When they go onto the field, if you can be there for them, give them the strength they need, and they'll go out there and do what they have to do.
Great stuff. I'll take one or two more questions, if there are any. Otherwise, we'll leave it to the one-on-ones. Anyone else want to? For the benefit of those also watching on streaming, because they won't be able to see your one-on-ones. All right. Okay. Great. With that, then, let me just say thank you. First of all, let me say thank you to the guys, the players, for being with us here. Ndumiso Mabena, Makehleni Makhaula, and Mdu Shabalala. If we can just have your attention for a bit, and of course, Itu Kune. Thank you so much, guys, and all the best on Saturday. And yeah, may the best Kaizer Chiefs team win, I suppose is what we say. And thank you, of course, to members of the media. Huh? What kind of competition are you talking about? You want a laptop as well? No. Huh? Sorry? Oh, okay. All right. Can I ask Spiom Kwanza as well as Pumzo Manenje as well to come?